Well, hello there. Here I am way up on the north side of town, Lincoln, Nebraska. It's Wednesday, the 19th of August, about 11:15 or so. And it's looking like it's going to rain for too long, so I'm not going to be out and about for very long. Anyway, figure you guys might enjoy a nice little cruise up this bike trail. So enjoy the video, and here we go. Well, there's been nothing from the moron down there in South Texas. So he's either had some complications from surgery, or he's in intensive care, or he's dead, or they're not allowing him to freaking yak on his fucking phone for hour upon hour. Either way, doesn't matter because he hasn't been around. Which kind of makes you wonder, what the hell is little buddy up there in Tennessee going to do now? His little buddy up there in Tennessee has burned all of his fucking bridges over the years. Every fucking one of them. Even the one that handed him a silver fucking spoon, he just couldn't stand it. Just could not fucking stand it. Had to fuck that around too, because he wanted to be boss. Didn't you? Your name I can say. Didn't you, Marky boy? So you decided to partner up with the South Texas dumbass and get me accused. Well, not accused, because there's no real accusations out there, because everybody knows it's a crock of shit. 300 murders? Really? Man, I must be one smart motherfucker. You know, there was somebody on stream with him once, not too very long ago, that had said, "There's no way that there could be that many. It's just not possible." I'm gonna stop here for just a quick second. But you know, something like that, I mean, come on, get real. I'm going to be more prolific than like Genghis Khan. Or Vlad the Impaler. There's a good one. Vlad the Impaler. That's who Dracula's based on. When I tell you, I would sure like to have a copy of that phone call that he made to that retirement home up here. I'd like to have a recording because I can imagine the slurred, nonsensical bullshit. See, the amusing thing is, I'm sure he talked up the serial killer crap. The amazing thing is the cops came over to the house and, whoa, check it out. I didn't get arrested. Because he's just that bullshit. And they were actually they found his fucking streams more than amusing. Because, yes, moron, they went over and they watched. Well, you were still alive at the time, so I'm sure they caught the live. Because I know when I opened the door, I actually said to him, I've been expecting you, which kind of surprised him. I'd sure like to figure out where the squeak's coming from. So you see, moron, your lives don't hold water, and your little buddy up there in fucking Tennessee, your lives don't account for very much up there either. And remember that comment that you said, oh, I'm teaming up with Bob. Really? But you made Bob do all the work. Well, you went running off with a band and fucked around with them for a few months until you decided what you were getting just wasn't quite enough. So you fucked yourself. You fucked yourself. And you started yammering on and on and on all about that freaking, oh, well, I don't want my stalkers to find out where I'm at. And you told that wild ass story that we kidnapped you, took you down to the freaking Rio Grande in Texas, and held you over a river full of crocodiles. And there's no crocodiles in Texas. There's no, well, might be a zoo. Here you are fucking around with that happy horse shit. Doing nothing but lying your ass off like you usually do. And you know what's really fitting? Is the fact that a 14-year-old little girl, 14-year-old little girl, figured your shit out. "14 years old and figured you out." for the lying sack of shit that you are. That's funny. Told her dad, hey, you might want to go Google this guy and see what he's all about. Because something's fishy. And she was right. Lo and behold. He's got a train going by. But yeah, I just think it's kind of fitting that the little girl that you decided to diddle was a 15-year-old, and it was a 14-year-old that figured out your fucking scam. I don't know who the one viewer is watching. It would be nice if they'd comment, but hey, what can I say? Could be that South Texas dumbass's only fucking friend trying to see if he's going to get any extra information out of me. Look, call the fucking hospital since you're such good buddies with him. But you wait. You just wait for it. Eventually, he'll flip on you too. He'll flip on you too. Oh, and by the way, hey, up to 2 viewers, hey, there is no such thing as Team Hate. That's some kind of bullshit name that Marky came up with years ago because people fucking exposed his kitty diddling past and he didn't like it. First, we were Antifa. Yeah, first we were Antifa. And then out of the blue, he came up with this Team Hate thing. But you know, Marky, I don't hate you. Don't hate you a bit. I fucking despise your ass, but I don't hate you. And you know, when you get shit canned from every job that you've had, it's just kind of fitting because karma's such a bitch. Look what's happening with your buddy down there in South Texas now. Have you called him? Call him and tell him that you hope he gets better soon. You send him a card, send him some flowers. That'd kind of be appropriate, considering that little kumbaya session you guys had in the garage. Yes, sir. That'd be really fucking appropriate for you guys. See, once again, here I am. I can come on here and I can tell the truth and hammer you guys all day long, twice on Sunday. By telling the truth. You guys got to sit around and make up shit. Which is really fucking funny. Well, I think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I know it's funny. But you try and you try and you try and you try and you fail and you fail and you fail and you fail. Over and over again. Like this thing that you have where you just, and you probably, quite frankly, had you stuck with it, with that one management team that you had you stuck with it, you might have actually became somebody, but you think that you're an instant success. And you're not. You have to fucking work for that shit. Yeah, well, I never wanted to be a rock singer or a country singer, or anything like that. Oh, I'm sure I did when I was a teenager. But Marky, you're not fucking 20 years old anymore. And that was one of your high school buddies that gave you a shot to work with him and a band that he had worked hard to get into. It takes hard work, tenacity, and grit. Just like with my job, what I did for years and years and years, installing computer systems at businesses. No, I never installed them in homes. Oh, that's nice. I never, ever, ever installed computer systems or anything like that at home. Never cabled a house. Never did anything in a home. My business was to do it for businesses, most generally federal contract. And I don't think I've ever fucking mentioned this on a stream, so I will now. I did it with federal contracts, meaning that meant that every time I got a new contract, I had to get a security clearance. Meaning, since they were federal contracts, the FBI and police agencies like that climbed up my ass with a microscope on more than one occasion. And gee, I think that their security, nice stuff. And their security and their background check is just a little bit better than what you can do or what your little buddy down there in South Texas can do. Just slightly better. And if you really want to know, I don't think I've mentioned this before. I actually possessed, and I still possess, for that matter, a top secret or better security clearance. They don't just hand those out. Those aren't handed out willy-nilly to every Tom, Dick, and, pardon the expression, Harry that comes along. But have you ever noticed when the South Texas moron brings up this shit, he never mentions names. He never directly mentions any location. He never mentions specific years. Anything like that. Never, ever, ever. Because he's making it up as he goes along. And that's the funny part. That's the funny part. Because try as he might, he just keeps consistently making himself look like a fucking idiot. Because one of the ones that he makes a claim to, he says that two, not one, but two. I murdered two teachers. Oops, shit, that was a good one. Here in Lincoln, back when I was in school. Okay. So you go back, feel free, and you look up the time that I was here back then. Check and see if there were two teachers murdered during that time frame. It ain't gonna come up because it never happened. It just never happened. Because he's making shit up. He can't even tell you when I lived here. And when we did live here all those many years ago, and I'm still not going to tell you, but here's why we were here in the first place. My dad's career was career Navy before he passed away. Spent 32 years in the Navy. He had nothing to do with the fucking gas company in Virginia. So we were living in Hawaii, and he came home one day with the transfer orders and said we were going to Lincoln, Nebraska, which is kind of odd for a Navy man. But considering what my dad did, kind of made some sense. He was a yeoman, which means he took care of all the paperwork for all that fun stuff. So he got stationed with the ROTC unit here down on the University of Nebraska campus. That's how we got stationed here. And we were here for a while until we got transferred and we went overseas. But then all that aside, moron tried to make the claim that he owned some freaking gas company in Virginia, and that's how I knew how to set fires and crap like that. That's because the owners of the company out there in Virginia, their name is Brogan. So, any relation? I don't know. Could be way down the road. I don't know. Possible. Am I aware of it? No. So, yeah, for all these false assumptions, he thinks just because I happen to live someplace that anybody named Brogan there is a relative, or I know them, whatever. It'd be like me saying that everybody with his last name knows him and that he knows everybody with that last name. And we know that's not true. And if you really want to know something, there's been a whole lot more addresses than what you were even close to being aware of that I stayed at when I was installing. If you really want to get technical about it, when I stayed at motels for a week or two in various cities, various states, various communities to do installation, hell, sometimes it was just a weekend. But you can't check that out unless I tell you, can you? So, guys, I'm going to get out of here. And I'm going to end this live stream because I need to get heading back and try to get home as quickly as I can because it's looking like it's going to rain. The humidity is starting to build. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed this short little video. And we'll catch you later.